Oh dear. Anyway, so I'm sure some expect this live stream. Meh, it's gonna be what it is. And so, lovely, isn't it? So, I am. I give it a second. It's having fit, and I know what that fit is. So anyway, I know I said earlier we were gonna have this no more, but this is beyond stupid. Um, as an adult and a parent and a survivor and fighter, um, I can say some people acting a whole bunch childish and playing games. And their advanced stages, which are a lot older than I am. And of course, the monster abuser aspects and all that stuff. But man, I do not want little and I living like this. And I'm not going to behave in no crazy ass manner or play your old games, even though your games are evil and monstrous and abusive. I'm not going to help you tamper with, fuck around with courts, play histrionics to you. I have no intention of calling the police. Because the fuck they gonna do? They'll wear something for dead anyway. If something happens, yeah, I'll take care of it. But otherwise, after tonight's shenanigans, because yeah, it happened again, but even worse. On monster britches and some tall, shitty, burgundy dyed redheaded chick he decided to get in the car with and follow us around this there, come all the way out almost out, I guess, trying to figure out where we're at, I got it on video, sweets. And the gas station where you had her come in follow me at before you raised on this bonnet. Got your fat ass up on the passenger side. There's no need to be doing what Mustard's doing when him and Horbag have clearly, for some reason, moved into known locations where Little and I have what amounts to some of our only freedom every day. Where a lot of times it's the only place I can manage to go with my health. And we get out and we lollygag, whether it be the dollar store, the grocery store, bursts in between where it's quiet, no traffic, so it can't be set up, fucked with, police false calls or shit, even though it happens often. Some days it's all the freedom we get outside of a goddamn box. We're stalked, fucked with, screwed with, yada yada. And nobody on this earth, I don't care what police department, I don't care what court, I don't care what monster, I don't care what company, can tell me that these motherfuckers, like the rest of the area, don't know that years ago we moved up to that section and left this section in here for them to do as they pleased. And that we've been known to be there for years in and around those locations, and they never have been. And now suddenly they are. From the late night post, I assume one or somebody's gotten a job. But why on earth would you go exactly where your victims and survivors are and get a job unless it's to fuck with them? And that's exactly what's cut. And I'm sure even law enforcement and others can see the setupy shit. And Tonight I know I have enough video and everything combined to show that he had someone follow us. He was with them, had them follow us into a store to see what was being said. Then he had fit, looks like, sounded like on the other side of the store. Still didn't realize he was in the car. That was a thing until we were sitting down at Arby's. Was waiting on jalapeno bites. And we left out of way. He couldn't have totally left out of where we went. So it means they put effort into following and finding Little and I after we had left the area and come out this way towards our homes to find out where Little and I went. Wasn't no need to be circling all the shit. Tonight, when I was exactly where it should have been, living the life I usually do, and a pattern and known behaviors I'm known to be and not out of character for me at all, getting the exact things I always do, I made an effort out of my way, living in a way I normally don't, driving in a way I don't, to make sure that nobody felt up in their feels tonight and couldn't even see us. I went behind the building, I went to all things, I hit a drive-through, I turned around even before the front of the vehicle could be seen, and went back out, across the street, did my shit, left out, come back this way to where it couldn't be seen, known which way we went, and they managed to track us down at Arby's down here, getting jalapeno bites. Come to Berlin, it's when I realized his fat ass was sitting in the passenger side, and that's the same bitch that followed us in the BP that he had come in. I got you both. This shit's bullshit. And did notice you were at the parking lot like a bull in a freight train. This corporate, no, for whatever reason, stall must be over there. Something like whatever you postcode. Do they know you're out there doing that? And the real story and the true story behind everything, with you heard what you've done, order protection, do they know what kind of piece of shit they have on property up there, work with her doing all this shit out in their parking lot, yelling, acting a fucking fool, probably running customers away, creating drama, do they know? Are they aware that you two are adults and this is what you're doing instead of her just, I guess, I don't know. The post last night online by these two doofuses would insinuate she has some reason, I guess, to get a job exactly where they know that we're at. That makes perfect sense, don't it? It does if you're trying to set up and further screw people and flip scripts and do it at a certain time and all that, yeah. It also stings to high heaven to me because of certain things in the area. Much like Marlene and Fred and certain others in the area. And certain people trying to keep... I don't know. Didn't Mama Bear mention something about a blue car a while back? She attributed it to Marlene or something. But it's weird that's what this was tonight. What the hell is that supposed to be, that chick? Like, is that supposed to be like a guard dog or something? You gonna pretend like you ain't type to lay hands on a chick? Like, bro, what the fuck? Seriously. There's a whole lot of mixed up shit around here, ain't there? Yeah, all playing the same shelf. Same people. Always happen. Whatever. But after I finished dropping off all the food and everything else to every night, right? After all this fuck shit, making sure footage is held and all that. Lil and I had a conversation. Family and I had a conversation. What do? What the hell do we do? Stay safe, away from Becca and Andy's setup shit, this group, this, that, and the other. Then potentially, and I cannot say I can't say why they may be where they're also at right now. But it could have to do with intimidation purposes of far greater than I'm little for certain names, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Right? Potentially helping keep others quiet. Potentially helping keep others from not going forward. Calling FBI and TBI. Seems like Marlene and Fred were doing the same. To me, my opinion, sort of. Might just be my opinion. I'd hate for that to be so. Anyway, Little and I had a talk. Family and I had a talk. What the fuck do we do to keep us safe from this? Little's like, we're just gonna like live differently and we're gonna move our times or we're gonna do this. And I'm like, girl, please, if we did that, there's still gonna be, if that thing's working up there somewhere, it means even daytime's out. I mean, we're like, no. Why do we have to move our lives around again? Stay safe in a place we've been, Bermuda Triangle and Circle of Death and setup up there always, but tones down off and on. Anymore, it's just the little stalkers you gotta worry about. Usually nothing more than them trying to eavesdrop or make friends with, the ice machine, that type of shit. And little's like, Mama, we're just gonna have to this, that, and the other. We'll have to send specified fund somewhere else. And that right there just broke my heart, man. And I told her no. No more. We're not moving around for your dad anymore. We're already boxed enough, trapped enough, fucked with enough by the world, about everything, by him and her and all these games. You like, no, no, man, we ain't. We're not moving one goddamn toe. These have been our spaces for years, and I'll be goddamned if Andy and fucking Bernard get to come into what they know clearly are places we are and do this shit to us to where we can't even live the little bit we are left with. The few moments we might get out a day somewhere to move around them again. They knew before they got their asses up there for some reason. They knew. They don't get to stand here and play victim or like somebody else is doing something wrong or flip scripts or 10 people are doing something bad to them when nobody is. They entered our worlds again. Not the other way around. Not the other way around. I know they want everybody to believe Big Bad Wolf, this and da da da. No, man, they are. They think they are. And they think they're slick and smooth, especially to help this group. And whatever bitches driving around night and all their shit. And their lies and how well and whoever's decided around here in certain settings and lines. Give them the egos they got with getting away with shit. But I ain't it, bro. I don't care what anybody say anymore. I'm not giving in I am not going to allow this motherfucker one more second of our lives or to make us or force us to live differently than what little bit we get to. I think all of us have lived our whole lives based on his wants, needs, flip script, stories, poor little him, boo boo this, boo boo that. They've lived free all these years. Look at them. Look at all their posts. They get to travel, they get to do this, get to do that, da 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 da. Right? They're freer than hell. Now here they are stepping into my little zone, knowing before they do it, they're doing it. Nobody gonna ask why. For whom? And then they're gonna act like somebody else is doing something. You gotta hold them. Anyway, I don't think it takes a genius to figure out what the hell's going on here. Little and I are doing the exact same things in the same places we have for years. And we're known to, obviously. We were all the way in the way back, and all these people are like, oh, dude, how many years have I been going to the same places? Hell, everybody in the world knows it. Y'all see this happening all the time? Like, she set up shit in this thing every now and then. That's sort of some messed up too, but we always keep hymns going, but yeah, to throw against the baby FUD bullshit goofballs the group. But no. So something shifted and changed. You went shifted and changed. Our abuser and little helper putting themselves somewhere around us purposefully. This is the video of Monster and Blue Car Night. That is not including the audio. That's the same blue car and the same chick in it that he had come in on us at BP. And he was in the passenger. And he was clearly standing outside the other store watching for us to be at the other one tonight. We made a concerted effort where he could not see us, nobody had to deal with one another. And he made sure to follow us all the way. Like, he couldn't have seen where we went, which means him and her were tracking us. We're trying to figure out where we were. And we went away that he could not have seen. Therefore, they put a mighty great effort into following slowly to Zoomers, going around the bed, and why? We didn't start no shit. Made effort tonight to make sure, despite him out there bulldogging in front of over there, that he couldn't do no shit. Play no fuck shit. Nobody was bothered by anybody. Even though that peeds on Lilina, living normally and having to think about him or her at all times. Right? Changing our lives around our abuser and that thing again. This should not be happening. And it shouldn't be allowed. But it's going to be what it is. But I'll tell you what it ain't going to be. Little and I will not be boxed further and kept from living our lives and a little bit of freedom we get. We're changing our patterns, and my family won't be forced to change theirs because of Andy fucking Bernard and Becca inserting themselves and putting themselves where they clearly knew we all go and are, where they do not over the years. They're doing this shit on purpose, and it's very glaringly obvious. And it's either change our lives once again, change it more, be boxed more by a dude who so loves it, and a group who does too. And who may be in these spots right now for even worse purposes than just fucking with us. Hell, maybe they don't even realize it. I don't care. I mean, Fred and Marlene are fully aware of it, though. Same reason they were doing fuck shit. I don't think that's right, and I don't think it's a healthy. You're torn, right? Mom, protection, survivor, fighter. Knowing you're in fucking danger, you can see son of a bitch doing the same son of a bitch shit like a goddamn victim as always, getting off on the public aspect of it. Trying to keep your kids safe, but also showing them how not to back down anymore. How do you do all that at one time? Now, how do I teach my child? He's dang. How do you How do you keep them safe? Teach them not to back down, not to give in, not to change. Knowing that if we go about living our normal daily, that puts us in danger of setup, fuckery, tampering, flip script, this group helping fuck with police departments, courts, and other ways. How do I, as a mother, know that now, from now on, no matter what we're for, whether it be a fucking drink or 5 minutes out or the ice I need, that that asshole's gonna be there bulldogging and watching, and his little creeps are gonna be up there, and we're in danger. Anytime he gets set off, anytime we can be set up, we can be pulled into court, which elongates pain, trauma, and keeps her from like, man. And why don't we keep having to be the ones to make these decisions? And they get to live free while still fucking with us. Just want to know what predicament we put in. Is it being petty to call corporate, or is it the adult thing to do to be like, hey, shit shouldn't be happening in your store? This person is capable of XYZ, has been known to, and is now using these whereabouts that they clearly knew we would be at in order to further harass, stalk, harm us. And I'm sure they're going to tell you, bosses, whoever else, the opposite. But here's the proof. Is that petty, or is that the adult and right thing to do? Like, and then, he's about the public aspect of it. Like, this dude, I know him to be that, like, man, I'm tired. Little's tired. And see, now every day, instead of being able to forget these few free moments, what's it going to be? Every time we go up in that, it's going to be watching and looking for a monster, right? Which he'll enjoy and smile about, just like he smiled when we all were bleeding or crying. Like, oh, and he'll enjoy it. He's enjoying what's happening right now. No matter how he plays it, says it, calls it in, twists it. Little and I are both aware of what's actually inside. And dude could sleep the best when I was bleeding in the middle of the night where I couldn't see and they were in tears. Go to sleep like a baby. So now we're tormented. That, well, instead of being free for even just a few minutes a day and not being boxed or dwelling on or whatever. Now, every time we hit top there and do our normal activities we've been in for years, it's going to be thoughts of him and where he's lurking at, where Becca's lurking at, and what they're up to, and worry and fear. Fear, right? Fear. And he knows it. That's the intent. And he'll enjoy it. And enjoy the setup shit and changing our lives rather than again while they proclaim to the world that they're the victims, just like it did judges, courts, Pruitt, Lawson. His little fucking dreams, whatever else he's done, lied about, just keep from being a monster, just like the rest of the goddamn monsters. Oh, shucks, cornbread face. Poor jelly bean. Fuck this shit, dude. I refuse to give up, give in, or go silent. I'm not gonna live my life. I'm not gonna show my daughter cowardice backing down anymore. We are not there anymore. And we'll fight for our lives if need be. There will be no more bleeding out, tears, fear making monsters so happy they can sleep in bliss. We will not live our lives in fear, being made to think about this motherfucker 24 hours a day. But how do you do that? Keep everyone safe. And I don't want to do this shit. I just want to live our lives and be free, man. You know, I ain't the one jumping down on people screaming at them. I ain't the one getting. I ain't the one placing my ass near them. They placed it near us over and over and over and over again. I ain't the one that's been around my house having demons do it for years. We truly want free and they truly want to flip script and continue it. It's been, man, it's been hell. And this room was helped. I want to be who I am and who I was meant to be beyond that motherfucker and his views. I want the same for all of us out of being him. Finally away from all these monsters. You know, I'm a little strong. And wise and fine. And never looking back to this place or the people in it. Bold. Voice loud. Forever. This shit to me is very childish. But all monster shit is. And I hate it. Because it's so. It's childish. What they do. And it makes you feel childish when you have to fight back. Like, nobody should have to live this way. I don't have to call the fucking police. I want to go to the courthouse. I want to do any of that shit. I just want the fucking dude to act right. Go the fuck away, man. Good luck with that. I don't want to play these cycles, patterns for the rest of my life. I don't want to have to respond to it. I don't want to have to feel this way. I don't want to watch my children say, no, we're going to change our lives again. For him again. No. No more, man. I don't want to end up at my age and fucking fighting about shit somewhere in a bar. I just want to be a goddamn adult. Go to school and live my fucking dreams. Life for once. After I get little flying, man. I don't want to think about that motherfucker ever again on this earth. I just want to spend the rest of my days on my kids free and happy. And I want to spend my time doing the things that make me happy after that. Getting the education. I always wanted, doing little things like snacks and deep diving research and educating history books and learning all the things and never stopping learning. Things that make me happy that I've been denied for so long. Enjoying coffee out of a mug that can't be busted across my face. Being able to set up my candles, my Tinker Bells, my Pat Bumpy that all being broken. Just a little spot to come out. Alone. Alone. I want to know my kids are happy and free. And then I want to pursue my dreams. Whatever. I don't want to be the person I was meant to be and unable to be entirely around that thing for so long. I don't want to be acting like fucking trash or an idiot. I wanted to call the cops. I don't want to beat somebody's ass in a fucking parking lot at my age. You know, I will, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to have to. I don't want any of that shit to have to come to be. Because, I don't want any of it. I'm just going to be left alone being an adult and a mom. Raise hay and my babies, man. Free of a fucking monster for once. That's the one that can't let go, not the other way around, man. And there's just so much to everything right now, though. Wonder why suddenly another set of them and that group have placed themselves inside of that zone. Especially during these particular days. And they're doing this shit. And all of them, as the world's been able to see throughout the last few weeks and months, and since last year in the documentary, Senator Talk, and everybody, I just, all the things that have occurred, and weird money put, like, man. And what certain teams are semi-aware of, or they think they are. But they don't hold all over all these things, Not even close. I'm playing all these same games around shit, man. And it reeks to me, and I worry about it for summer's sake. Just keep holding on, man. Just keep holding on. But anyway, I just thought I'd show a little bit some Monster and maybe some out there paying attention got the point that all the video, like usual, is taken the whole thing. You're right. We're not the ones deviating from our known and normal patterns. We did not insert in around anyone. Years worth of evidence that proof those deviating from and trying to flip scripts and set people up are those playing victim. Yeah. And there's no way tonight anyone can explain why, when we made sure to keep ourselves hidden during normal activities and change hours to where we were absolutely not bothering anyone, and no one could say we were, that they were still waiting and watching, then sent people in places after us, and then after we left there in ways they could not observe, they then went tracking us down almost home. Why? Yeah. Who's stalking who again? That's right. Who inserted where again where we're known to be? Why would you do that? I'm not gonna be there. Why are you outside acting a fucking fool and coming out of places where clearly people aren't even going into? Did not know anybody was anyway. Or according to a post last night, or supposed to be. I don't know. It seemed to me you got a bunch of abusers being what we said they've been being to courts for years, the world for years. Both are doing it together and with help, and I worry about other darker reasons right now. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I wonder if it's got more to do with more than just Lil and I. But that would all lead right back to Ben Hill, wouldn't it? In directions from other monsters or something. Dope shit, I don't know. Don't know. But I damn sure ain't the police or nothing. I don't like the feeling any of it, man. And it's all setup shit. It's temporary shit. Of course, otherwise I'm not gonna play it. I'm not gonna waste their time either unless it really comes down to extremes. But man, like I said, what else point? You don't make shit unless you're in a body bag. Unless you're under the age of like, I don't know, 25 and cute. Not in, my cute days are gone. I mean, not real, but you gotta be real cute to matter in a body bag. I guess that's how most survivors and fighters feel. So how reason that most never reach out. The world turns blind eyes that condone it. They judge. People compare even other women, which is terrible and tragic as fuck. Systems seem to further punish women and children and not help them. Everything's some sort of 1-800 Goodwill fucking based funding Nowheresville 3 day stays, Nowheresville if you've got male children above certain ages, what pets, What do you do, man? That's why so many end up in body bags. All you can do is keep speaking and helping others. Hopefully, even while you're still apparently in the middle of it. Which is something I've always been known to do, even before Summer vanished, despite bullshit YouTube has fed y'all narratives. It was always in groups and pretty vocal and never quite about the abuse. And I always tried to help others out of it. Hoped one day get out of it. Find some way to get an education and start my own things and really help women and children. Those who needed it in ways that were tangible and really lifted them out of the darkness before he died. Even stuck in it, those were my dreams and hopes. And I was always vocal at helping others. And I'll continue to do so even while this occurs again. And as always, around us. It's nothing new for me. Though they'll swear to you I kept to YouTube for vengeance. To speak about TV only after summer. That's weird. There are videos from here before too on my Facebook calling me out for beating us. And all the years before in all the groups. And I don't know, local LA friends, nobody's know, and everybody knows here locally. They always have for eons. It's no secret, man. And I've never went silent about it. I've never shook like a twig. Still gotta live in it. It's private. But I was never quiet about it. And I always tried to help others out of it, even when. So now, that too's narrative just came to Facebook too. She's mad at, guilty. It's gone. It's the only reason she said anything about TV. And then YouTube. No, speaking on social media and groups and out here in my community for as long as that some bitch has been laying hands on me. Sorry, don't fit your goddamn narrative though. What you've been told and made to believe. But yeah. Anyways, nobody's goddamn time. Unless it has to come to that. And I just want to keep pushing, I guess. Mm-hmm. But I'll hold all the receipts and all the things till we figure out whatever, which way is it gonna swing. But man, there ain't no protection and there ain't no justice. There ain't. Monster will never be held accountable. You there will not be punished for what they're doing now. Sure. Not unless I really want to go raise hell or go jump to a KOA somewhere, follow another lines and push hell out of it. I guess scream to hell and back. I don't know. And what's the point? All I know is I've got little enough. I mean, I have all the faith in the world where it concerns alien feds in Summer's case. where it concerns Monster on this fuck shit and what this group's managed to do, and the way it makes me sick, they were able to tamper with all these courts and judges, Athey fuckery and Crystal fuckery and Linda and all the fuckery, man. Now that hurts and slows down. Means it's pointless. Just, I don't want local LA or otherwise used in that manner. Inundated with bullshit, tampered with, misused, shit, having to say social media. I don't want to. Makes me sick. Makes me fucking sick. What this monster and this group have gotten up to around here with all these agencies. All the damn games. All the lies, flip scripts, man, I ain't gonna tamper with what I know to be good officers and judges and DAs and agents. I don't like it. It makes me sick. But I have faith in all of them and where it concerns Summer's case. But with Monster Up, this shit, and this group and all this bullshit and playing it, I'm not gonna go waste anybody's time. Or let them start this shit again or use DV and all this other stuff in a way to profit from, create more money. Jello, chaos, tension, diversion, bullshit. Or make it harder on these men and women at these facilities that have enough on their plates. Unless I'm forced to go around, I'm not going to. Till or if and when I'll, I'll protect little or none at all costs. And if provoked first, it's just what it is. If I feel my family or she are in danger, and the threat cannot be escaped, or we're, you know, then, I'll involve others and whatever. You know, I don't know. Can't really be escaped now either, can it? Well, they'll pretend they're the victims. I'm not going to move our lives around anymore. Rebullied, put in fear, 24/7. Not going to show my child that cowardice is the way to go, or giving in the way of the monster again and for the rest of our lives. Or hers. It's not healthy. It's the opposite. It's what they want. That's what they have to get because of a system designed wrongly in a world he wants to kick down. And I'm not gonna do it. I will not give an inch more of our lives to this motherfucking abuser or his helpful abuser. Because they chose, for some reason, to put their asses where we are, not the other way around. Out of all the years, it's accidental. I don't. When we're not following anybody, we're living in the patterns we do daily. We're not doing anything wrong to anybody. Then why are they following and having people follow us in the stores? And then when they lose eyesight of us, why are they following us all the way home and shit? Almost. Why are they doing that? And in unknown vehicles to us. Sounds like an us is really doing them, right? Right. Sure. Gotta go ahead and believe it. Shit if you like. Just, video receipts, proof, everything you could ever want to prove that. Yeah. And all you really gotta do is think, why now, after all these years, did those two go and put their stuff right in front of Little and Jody Sue? And why are they doing this? And why are they doing it the same zone that Fred and Marlene and everybody else were? Huh? Maybe that's a question for the FBI and TBI. Paper airplanes and pebbles and such. God, I hope it is. God, I hope it is. But yeah, I can't. Not one more tear. He'll use his lubricant to jerk off with. Oh, anyway. Yeah. Firm, go fuck yourselves tonight. And there won't be. I just want to live my adult ass life in an adult ass manner without all the stupid shit. Without a monster. I want to teach my daughter not to give in, but keep her safe. How do you do that? I want her to be able to still come and go with me and not have to be made to think of him every day and to be wary and looking out for and afraid just like he loves. He loved them afraid. Y'all don't understand. And that infuriates me. It makes me so sick. Knowing how he's getting off on it so she is just fucking disgusting. That's the shit some out here in the world can't possibly understand and have not gone through, but these children and I have survived and are surviving, and how many more women and children and others out here know exactly what I'm talking about and speaking on because they're surviving it too, fighting against it. And they've ended up in body bag stands, motherfuckers just like this. Those who know me. I hated it. Always feels so childish. And I know what waits unprovoked, and I defend. or protect little enough. I know what waits for all women who do that, who dare not back down and stand up and protect themselves. I'm tired tonight, guys. And I've still got more to do, and I got a few more chores to take care of, and um, I think I forgot to water some of my flowers today, so but I'll probably wait on that till in the morning. And little last thing, Lil and I had a fairly good day, and despite it all, and yeah, you know better when you go into the zone, but you still don't know why the post last night. But you're like, something's up. They refuse to give in, back down, but you still try to make it through your normal patterns of behaviors and where you're known to be without setting anyone off. But that's what they're waiting on. They're waiting on it, and they're trying to get that very shit to happen, and and you're not playing with them. You just want to go about living your real goddamn life without their bullshit. I'm allowed to be, and so is she, wherever the fuck we like. And these two motherfuckers running around acting stupid, screaming at people in parking lots, acting like people doing shit. Man, we were there first. Have been for years. It's you two that ain't fucking right in the wrong spot. It's you two fucking acting like fuck shits. Be adults. Stay the fuck in. Leave us the fuck be. Let us pass. Let us live. Go the fuck on, dude. Go pretend like you're living somewhere through those four quarter and act like a judge is gonna buy it. And the world's like, oh yeah, oh you need to get breathe. You know, whatever works for y'all. Just fucking leave everybody else alone, man. You don't put yourself in the middle of where we are and then act like the fucking victims, dude. You knew before you got there. So it's extra stupid. It's you all doing it. It's you all doing it. Ain't nice, man. What happened? We need a camper to get away from your big bad wolf, and then you what? Go years later, move your ass on places you know we go every day, even though we left all the other places behind, so y'all can have them. Luckily, years we don't run into each other, and then boom. Are you serious? Yeah, break. So, what do? Cower, run, chihuahua, be in fear, change our lives for these two fucksticks? Hell no, I'm not gonna do it, man. Even if it means I have to think about every second and every step and every way we travel, I'm not doing it. I'll buy 40 more goddamn GoPros, 60 fucking audio recorders taped to the fucking car. Hire two guards and get a goddamn dog. I don't know. I'm sick of this shit. I mean, goddamn. Goddamn. Getting out of this place into new places could not come soon. Just cannot come soon enough. Anyway, like I said, I've still got more to do for the night. I'm awful tired as is, and but anyway, otherwise, little I had a good day. Pretty bullshit. You know, and honestly, I did tonight. It was like, you see any cars that should be known to us? No, didn't see a one. There wasn't one anywhere we knew. But then there people were on foot with others, and then in this blue one, obviously, come out of nowhere, help it out, you know. So now we're gonna deal with two motherfucking monsters, making sure that they can set up, and there's no warning sign either. Like, but then I'll be like, they're the victim. I mean, you're supposed to know if they're wherever to avoid if you don't know what the fuck, right? It's been the same song and dance for years. And for years, they're the only ones stalking anybody, know what everybody's driving, doing, living in, getting their family members they were never around, kids they were never around, they want to do it, all that. It ain't been us, man. Been them doing that shit. Invading our lives. You give a fuck what they're doing over the years. It's always that set up a vehicle TT. They're the ones fucking whatever. Shit's old and stupid, man. I'm old. I want to be an adult. Get the fuck off my lawn. You know? Oh, but anyway. Still did best to make presents not known. Even while there were no cars to register. Like, that's no. Still made sure and still the shit's over, and it's what little and I can look forward to basically every day. Now. But I'm not gonna give up like that. Or give in and be bullied, terrorized. I was made to be in fear. It sucks, oh man. Still wait forces every second to have to think about it, motherfucker. It's whereabouts when it's not something we normally do. But now we'll have to, right? Is that the problem? We didn't give a fuck of enough over the years to actually be doing shit. Now they just put themselves right in front of us. And when we'd have to, it was like the honeymoon abuse phase wearing off or something. I mean, come on. Whatever. Y'all in my here, I've still got stuff to do, and I'm tired and I want cookies and snacks and to eat my feelings about it and watch a show or something. Maybe just walk out in the darkness for a while. Just a little while. Y'all have a good night.